There are less than 50 full-blooded Viltrumites left in the universe. But it was not always this way, Alan, my friend. It is time someone knew the truth about the Viltrum Empire.
Nolan reveals that the Viltrumites started killing each other because they were a violent race who valued strength above all else. They wanted to eliminate the weak. After killing millions of their own, they eventually united and began their journey to expand their empire. They continued this for nearly 1,000 years, but one intelligent alien species created a virus that brutally affected them.
It appeared there was no way of stopping it. Our entire empire was in jeopardy.
They quarantined the infected Viltrumites, but eventually, the virus still spread rapidly. However, that virus wasn't the only thing capable of killing Viltrumites. We see that Conquest was attacked by the Ragnars, and that's how he lost his arm. Viltrum had dumped thousands of Viltrumites who were killed by the virus. That's why only 50 pure-blooded Viltrumites remain. So they decided to procreate with different species. That's why Nolan was sent to Earth, to prepare the planet for the Viltrum Empire to come and procreate, because human DNA is very close to Viltrumite DNA.
The result of the Scourge virus was hidden, but never forgotten. Our planet, cut off from any outside races, now stands as a tribute to our fallen brethren, a reminder of what we have sacrificed to continue our quest for interplanetary domination.
Alan exclaims that they have to warn Mark, but Nolan refuses and tells him to take him to the Coalition planet because they need to prepare to fight, and he also has to read his books. Now the scene shifts to some time later. Alan is resting on a couch when suddenly his girlfriend comes in and starts yelling at him.
Where have you been?
I was on that mission and I was taken prisoner by the Viltrumites. They held me in prison for a few months. I was just recently able to escape.
Not that. I know your missions run long sometimes. What I'm talking about is the couch. You slept on the couch.
She starts getting freaky and seduces Alan, but Alan tries his best to avoid having an intimate moment with her. Suddenly, she realizes that Alan did not come alone. Nolan comes in front of her, and she shoots him with a big-ass gun.
Sorry to startle you. I'm really not here to hurt you, I promise.
Alan asks his girlfriend.
You keep that thing hidden in the couch?
When you're away on missions, yeah.
Now Alan takes Nolan to Thetis and explains everything, but Thetis isn't very happy to hear that only 50 Viltrumites are left. Then he reveals.
I am conflicted. I am leader of the Coalition of Planets, sworn to bring down the Viltrum Empire once and for all, and I am also a Viltrumite.
Nolan does not believe him at first, but Alan tells him that it is true. Thetis exclaims that he has a list of weapons that could help them bring down the Viltrum Empire. Now Alan and Nolan wear their costumes and get ready to go on their mission.
Are you sure you want to try this one first?
This one is relatively close and should be easy. I consider this one a warm-up.
Alan offers Nolan weird snacks, but Nolan refuses to eat them. They reach their destination, and Nolan calculates the exact location of what they are looking for. Nolan uses a device to calculate the movement of asteroids over the past few years and is able to locate the exact same rock. They find Space Racer's gun, and Nolan reveals that this gun is capable of shooting through anything. It can literally vaporize a Viltrumite. But they cannot use it unless Space Racer is dead because the gun is somehow linked to Space Racer's body. When they touch the gun, thinking that Space Racer is dead, the gun vanishes, and Space Racer rises like a zombie and says,
Nolan of Viltrum, give me one reason not to kill you where you stand.
Nolan suggests Space Racer not attack because he did not win the last time they fought. They both attack him and he fires during the process. They take him outside of the rock and go far away from it, but Space Racer points his gun at Nolan. However, Alan tells him that they are not there to attack him, they are planning to take down the Viltrum Empire. Alan offers him those disgusting snacks he had offered Nolan, but Space Racer refuses to eat them too.
I will accompany you back to this supposed Coalition stronghold, but my gun will never shift from your direction. Cross me, and it will be your end.
Now they take him to the Coalition planet, and Thetis appreciates them. That night, Nolan can't sleep because Alan and his freaky girlfriend are doing freaky things in the room.
Yeah, boy.
The next day, they follow their plan and go to another planet where the Ragnars are frozen. The guy in the spaceship destroys the entire solar disk that the Viltrumites had placed there to keep the Ragnars frozen, because that was the only way to stop them. Nolan gets angry and tells Alan to get one Ragnar to the ship before he kills them. Nolan carries one Ragnar, but it breaks through the ice and attacks him. Alan reports to the ship that they are under attack.
Go, just get out of here now. I can take care of myself.
I can help you.
No, just go.
Suddenly, a couple of Ragnars attack Alan. He exclaims that he can handle them, but Nolan responds.
No, you don't. These things eat Viltrumites alive. The only reason we are lasting this long is that they are still groggy from being frozen.
He punches the Ragnar and saves Alan. He tells Alan to fly away and not to look back because Ragnars can jump way higher. He attacks another Ragnar, and they both make it out alive from that deadly planet.
Please subscribe and feel free to comment below if you have any questions about the comics.